Hey guys, welcome back to Revealing Biblical Truths. In this video, we'll be going through the book of Deuteronomy, chapters 29 through 34. Before we get started, go ahead and like the video, subscribe, share, and comment down below, or the centipede will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. In chapter 29, Moshe tells the people to keep the covenant they made and the commandments and not to fall into idolatry. If they do such things, Yahuwah will blot out their name and bring curses upon them. In verse 29, there is an important idea. It says, "The secret things belong to Yahuwah our Elohim, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law." In context, this verse relates to the children of Israel wanting to know and practice secret and occult things such as sorcery, divination, and necromancy by the use of familiar spirits, and worshiping false gods and occult practices. But Yah says those things, the sacred knowledge, the knowledge of heaven, and how the world works, belong to Yah. He has revealed to us what we should know, and those things are not for us. Trying to get this knowledge by occult practices is circumventing his authority, and is evil, and will bring destruction. In chapter 30, he reiterates that if they would turn from their evil ways and circumcise their hearts, then he would bless them and heal them and their land. In verse 19, he lays out this edict: "I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both you and your seed may live." His commandments, his laws, and his instructions are life-giving and bring blessing. They are good. A lot of people today suggest otherwise, that it is burdensome and a heavy load and impossible to keep. But this statement is just ignorant of the scriptures that teach otherwise. Yahusha, the living Torah, he taught directly from the law and told others to do the same. It is not impossible, nor is it burdensome. He said his yoke is easy and his burden is light. In chapter 31, Moshe tells them that he cannot go any further, but that Joshua would lead them into the promised land, not to fear or be dismayed, but that Yahuwah would be with them. He then says that when they settle in the land, that every 7 years at the Feast of Tabernacles, that they should read the entire law to Yasharel. After this, Moshe and Joshua go into the tabernacle, and Yahuwah appears in a pillar of cloud, which stood at the door of the tabernacle. He says Yasharel will go after false gods and rebel, and because of this, Yahuwah tells Moshe to write the words of a song, which is called the Song of Moshe, and this will be as a witness against Yasharel. In chapter 32, verses 1 to 43, Moshe sings the song, or tells the song, to Yasharel. Then Yah tells Moshe to go up the Mount Nebo, and that is where he will die. In chapter 33, he goes through prophecies and blessings for each tribe of the 12. In chapter 34, Yahuwah shows Moshe all the promised land as he stood on Mount Nebo, and then Moshe dies. Something interesting is noted about his death, though. It says that Yahuwah buried him, and no one knows where his body is to this day. This is also mentioned in the New Testament, where Michael was disputing with the devil over the body of Moshe. It is possible that either the archangel Michael or even Yah himself buried Moshe, and the devil didn't know where it was, but he wanted to, probably to find for some nefarious reason, perhaps to make a mockery of him. But it also says that he was 120 years old when he died, the same time prophetically as 120 Jubilees, which is the timeline of mankind on the earth, 6,000 years. In addition, it says that his eyes were not dim, nor his natural force abated. I take that to mean that he was not sick in any way, or had any physical condition to cause him to die, but that it was of Yah that he died on the mountain, and he had completed all the work that Yah laid out for him to do. Following this, Joshua took command of Yasharel, and this ends the book of Deuteronomy. Thanks for watching, and until next time, Shalom.